You know when you read a professional bio and it's just a list of job titles? Ever wonder what the real story is behind it all? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to peel back the layers of one leader's career to uncover something way more interesting, a powerful business philosophy that grew out of real-world experience. Let's dig in.
And it all kicks off right here. This isn't some dry story about corporate policy or spreadsheets. Nope. It starts with a very human connection. Just listen to that phrase, learning to read ambition in voices. That single idea tells you everything. It's not about ticking boxes on a resume. It's about sensing potential.
So first up, a journey begins. This is all about that critical shift. You know, the moment when a job stops being just a job and turns into a real, genuine passion. It's really the origin story for this whole philosophy.
Now, what's so interesting here is the perspective you gain from being right there on the front lines. This experience forged the core belief that a single strategic hire isn't just about filling a vacancy. It can literally change the entire trajectory of a business. And that one insight, that's the seed that everything else grows from. Okay, on to our next phase, forging a new belief. After that initial frontline experience, the journey moves inside corporate structures for a solid decade. But this wasn't about climbing the ladder. It was more like a 10-year discovery mission. A lot of observing, a lot of learning, and figuring things out.
And you can see that path laid out perfectly here. It starts with the fundamentals, right? Hiring. Then it moves on to understanding the systems that actually shape a company's culture, the policies. From there, it gets into the really heavy stuff, navigating big, complex organizational changes. See how each step builds on the one before? It all leads up to this big aha moment where you realize all these different parts are deeply connected.
And this right here is the crucial takeaway from that decade of work. The big realization was a complete redefinition of human resources. It's not just a support function tucked away doing paperwork. No way! It's the strategic foundation. It is the absolute backbone for real, sustainable business growth.
Which brings us to a huge turning point, the founder's leap. This is where the story gets really exciting. Because, let's be real, when you have a belief this strong, you can't just keep it to yourself inside another company. You have to go out and build something on it. This is the moment we go from employee to entrepreneur.
And this is a question that I think every innovator has to face eventually. What do you do when your idea, your belief, is just bigger than your job description? When you see a better way, but your current role can't contain it, what's the next move?
Well, the answer is you take that leap. You go out and build a home for that belief. Founding this consultancy wasn't just a career move, it was the physical manifestation of the entire journey. It's about creating a vehicle specifically designed to bring this new vision of HR to the world.
All right, so now we get to the core of it all. Strategy meets empathy. With the firm up and running, we can really dig into the mission that drives it. We've traced the why behind this whole journey, so now let's get into the what and the how. What does this new vision of HR actually look like in practice?
And here it is, the mission statement at the heart of everything. Let's just break it down for a second. It's like a three-part harmony. First, you have individual people growing. Second, the business itself is thriving. And third, this secret sauce that connects them both. Strategy meets empathy. It's about being both smart and human. This makes the difference crystal clear. On one side, you've got the old model, HR as the reactive rule enforcer, basically putting out fires. But on the other, you have this new model, HR as a proactive growth engine, building the culture and unlocking the potential that prevents those fires from starting in the first place. Finally, let's look at the modern HR toolkit. Because a mission this ambitious needs a seriously diverse set of skills. It's not just about good ideas. So let's open up the toolkit that's required to actually deliver on this promise of a new, strategic HR. And here's the thing. To truly transform an organization, you can't just think like an HR person. You have to wear all the hats. You've got to think like a CEO about the big picture, a CFO about the financial impact, a CMO about the company brand, and even a CTO about the technology. It requires a totally holistic C-suite perspective. And this is what that C-suite perspective looks like in practice. Sure, on one side, you see the core HR functions you'd expect. But then look at the other side, web design, SEO, content. You might be thinking, what does that have to do with HR? Well, these days, everything. Your company's culture and your brand as an employer, it's all built online. Attracting the best talent means you have to be able to communicate your vision to the world. It's a truly integrated approach.
So, we'll end with this.
After walking through this entire journey, from a single conversation to a full-fledged business philosophy, the question really turns to you. This story isn't just about one leader's evolution. It's a challenge to all of us. Is the foundation of your organization built simply to support, or is it truly built for growth?